My name's Charlie. I used to play in a hardcore punk band called The Blitz in the late 70s, early 80s. Okay. The band took different directions. They decided to go into electronic stuff, and so they felt that they would use electronic drums. So the upshot was I got sacked. I met some old friends from school, and I started hanging about with them, and one of the guys was at college in Bristol, and this is how I got here. We moved into that flat above there, the top floor flat, and all of us used to practice in there, make a lot of noise until the police turned up and told us that if we wanted to do things like that, it would be better if we moved down to St Paul's or Montpellier way. So that's what we did, and I'll take you down there to where we used to live. Yeah, moved here in about, I actually can't remember now, must have been sort of 90s, in Armada House, the flats over there. This was a great place to be. When you finish work on a Friday night, you can just go down into the city centre, basically just beyond those masonettes. Yeah, had a brilliant time here, lived here for about 6 years, and then everything went wrong here, so it was time to move on, and eventually moved up into Knowle, and that's where I sort of live now, really. Anyway, we'll go and see some venues that we used to go to. City Road. We used to come down here for go to blues clubs, St Paul's Carnival. I remember seeing the Wild Bunch play down on, I think it's Campbell Street. I think we're coming up to that now. We saw the Wild Bunch play down here really late at night after the St Paul's Carnival. Years ago, we used to run all night long. We'd walk down here at about 2 o'clock in the morning, and all you'd hear was just the low drone of the bass, and you could actually hear windows trembling. Gwyn Street's on your right here, about halfway down on the left. You go in a doorway, you go downstairs, pitch black, couldn't see anybody, and that was just the best blues club.
So this was like the prime area for blues in the city?
This was the prime area for blues clubs. Down on the right was the Ajax. That was the most popular one. Not really my cup of tea, that one though. And now we're coming up onto the Gloucester Road, where we've been to, we used to go to up there, to the left, up in that old building there.
Yeah.
We've been to a massive warehouse party in there. You can see the windows are blown out. Basically, there was no safety in there. You could have just walked straight out and fallen down. The thing died. They just had candles on the edge so you knew not to go there. That was a massive...
It's been nearly a year since I finished filming, and I never quite knew how to end it. My original idea was to end it half a year later during the World Cup, shots of me and him going to the pub and watching games. But that never quite came to pass. I didn't want the ending to be some meaningless shots. I could have continued following him around, filming buildings under an umbrella, as we battled the wind to structure a decent sentence in the chaos that is Bristol's microclimate. But that could have gone on and on. When I set out to make this documentary, I wanted to discover more about my dad's life, and how he moved to Bristol and his band. What I realise now is I just wanted an excuse to hang out with him. Me and my dad are close, and since I don't live with him, it's nice to have these moments. What Life After Punk was moving to the other side of the country to a progressive city and finding a life there. What Life After Punk was embedding yourself in a community as a self-employed builder. What Life After Punk was starting a family with 2 children who really love you. And if you are living the way you want to live, being yourself no matter what, did you ever really stop being a punk?